People are like, you do comedy? You look angry in every picture you have. I'm always like, "Arr, because I'm trying to tell you that life needs to be funnier. I always enjoy hearing stories, though. How many of you guys, as we were hearing stories, we were hearing things that were relatable? There was something we're like, yeah. I'm going to see if some of my stories are relatable. Let's take a little trip down memory lane to very young child Megan. I ate a lot of cat food as a child. Anyone else? Yes, I know. I ate cat food. Did you try it? Have you eaten it?
No, but I've heard that once you
once you pop, you can't stop. It was the original Pringles. No, I'm just kidding. I was eating cat food as a child. I ate a lot of it. Honestly, it's a little embarrassing. And I was under the impression that eating a large amount of cat food would turn me into a cat. And I had no reason to think my sister was lying to me. Obviously, it didn't work. Turns out the side effects took a little while. As I've grown into an adult, I can see a little more each day that I've turned into a cougar. So it did kind of work. Oh my goodness, it's fun to get dressed up. It was a little bit of a frantic day. I got up at 3:30. Actually, I was at another women's conference the last couple of days, and I'm like, I get to spend a whole 4 days in a row, basically, of being with women who are lifting each other up, and we're doing things with our business, and we're sharing our stories, and we're doing all these amazing things, and I think it's really cool. It's just fun. And then I really enjoy time to like get out my cute outfits and wash my hair. I actually shampooed it today for you guys. I'm just kidding. It's just dry shampoo. I'm on like day 6. You know it's time to like actually shampoo when you go like this a little bit and like enough like crumblies start coming out. You can start making baked goods for your kids. I'm like, hey kids, would you like a spot of tea with your head crumb cake? And they're like, oh, Mom, why are you so weird? It's fun to be weird. Anyway, I do like to dress up. I like to wear things that are like, comfy, flowy, flattering. You guys, I have given birth to 5 babies. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Most people are like, wow, that's a lot of kids. But I also grew up Mormon, so I always felt like I was way behind on my procreation quota. Things change a little bit once those babies come and do their thing with your body, right? All sorts of different things happen. I remember like just embracing the changes and having to like really accept like the whole, stretch mark situation. It really shakes your confidence when you go in and get a spray tan and it looks like a set of mini blinds. And the journey of our equipment that we nurse with, I used to just be very buoyant and really like, hi, I'm here to party. And now, putting on a bra is kind of like putting a brassiere on one of those air tube wobbly arm guys outside of the car dealership, they're kind of like, just gotta scoop, wait, come in here. Just lasso them in there. Try to just wrangle them. Before COVID, the last gig that I did, I was emceeing for like a really fancy gala. And so I was like, I'm going to get really spicy. I was like, I'm going to get a really hot little number. It was super low cut, like really short, backless. I'm like, I don't normally wear that. I have like 72 cardigans from Target. This is so much skin. And I didn't really know like what to do with it. I was like, first of all, I was like, should I be putting foundation on all these back zits? I was like, where's my True Match foundation? It's like, maybe she's born with it. It's like, maybe she needs a better cover-up for her back knee. I'm like, oh, dang it. And then I was like, what kind of bra do you even wear with that kind of dress? So I had to get those, like, like the chicken cutlet, like the sticky-on-y thingies. And I was like, oh, man, I don't even know what's going on with these. So I'm, like, peeling it. Okay, here we go. And I'm just scooping up the reference. I'm like, I know my body doesn't look like the one on the box. But I'm just scooping and gently gathering all the loose skin and just, I think I bent my nipple under there. I was like, oh my gosh. And then there's the teensiest tiny little ridiculous, just teeny little baby, just a little teeny baby clip. And then you click it and it's like, boom, cleavage. And I was like, oh, okay. These things are like the Josh Groban of undergarments. It's like, you raise me up. But like after the key change a little later, you raise me up. And I was like, all right, let's go, girls. I'm like strutting in there. I was like, oh, I'm turning heads. Oh, look, everybody's looking my way. And then I was like, oh, this year's hottest fashion trend, early onset midlife crisis. And I was like, nailed it. Yeah, like I was like, oh yeah. I'm like shimmying a little bit. I was just like feeling it, right? It's fun to get dressed up, isn't it? Then I get up to the stage and I was just like feeling, okay, I hear a little bit of a weird sound. I'm like, what is going on? I'm standing there with a microphone and again, I'm like, oh, confidence drop when it sounds like Hannibal Lecter is inside my dress and I'm trying to shimmy. So I was like, oh, hey. Somehow I made it through the evening and then the disassembly comes into play. And you don't just rip those things off like a Band-Aid. No. So I'm like positioning myself and I just grip it. And I just start to pull. Oh, pull with all your might. I mean, you have to commit. And I'm like, oh, it's like pulling taffy. Oh. And as I peel, just all this sweat just cascades down my body, just washing away every last drop of self-confidence that I possibly had. Those things are amazing construction. They're like the Hoover Dam for boob sweat. It's like, I don't know. I think it's fascinating. I'm like, I do have to cheat a little bit. I don't often get to do just do comedy. I'm like, usually having to try to be serious, and then it's okay to be funny and whatever, but I have like a million gajillion kids, and so I don't just get to go to the clubs all the time. Oh my goodness. All this, I remember being really excited recently when like mom jean style started coming back out, because I was like, okay, this is the fashion I can get behind. I went into Target recently and I was like, I'm gonna find the longest zipper available. I'm just gonna go. I get a few different pairs to try on in the dressing room, and I was like, all right, here we go. We're gonna get real comfy here. And I'm just pulling on, just tucking in all the loose skin there. And then let's see how these are. Let's just check these numbers out. It's just, okay. All right, well, it just keeps going. I'm in. Ooh, I'm in. This is stretchy. This isn't half bad. I'm like, it's like a gee golly holly jolly Christmas. There's so much room there in the crotch. And like suddenly I've become a Wisconsin soccer mom out of nowhere. I was like, oh my lordy. Look at those back pockets. I don't even have to take a handbag. That thing is the size of Montana. Oh, fashion. Stretchy denim. These are also my children's Jordans, because they wear the same size as my kids. So I was like, yeah, we can go get a new pair of sneakers. You bet your bottom dollar, because I'm taking them with me while you're at your dad's. It's nice to be able to get out from time to time. I feel like it's a little chaotic. I am a single mom, and I work from home, and pretty much every day of my life is like 525,600 dishes, 525,000 toys upon the floor, 525,000 things go unfinished. Just when I think I've caught up, there's always something more. And the kids are like, Mom! You know the song, right, from Rent? Like, they're not paying the rent. It's like, they're always like, Mom! I'm like, okay. There's just like so much. It's just absolutely chaotic. You know what else is chaotic? Trying to date. I was like, I resonated with so much of what you were saying. I was like, oh, okay, there's hope. I'm going to be looking like hot pink diva here. Because I'm like, the dating with the kids and the things, I'm like, yeah, I don't want like revolving door of all these like boneheads. And I 100% don't trust my judgment. Oh. Hello. Yeah, self-confidence has been a hard thing. And I would date a little bit and then just be like, this is awful. And I was just thinking, I'm like, you guys totally set me up because it was like, I'm like, where were you? The Disney stuff. I just was like obsessed with Disney things growing up. And I remember one morning looking in the mirror and being, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Look at that girl. To myself, giving me that look. Ain't she a treat? Oh! I don't need a man to make my life complete. Looking around here, I think, girl, you deserve everything you do. You deserve it. You deserve it. Finally left that old man who was toxic. But I stumbled on 2 or 3 more. Ooh. He fell asleep during sex? Megan, that's an alcoholic. Oh. But who cares? I was like, is the granddaughter? She's still in here. She's not paying attention to me. But who cares? No big deal. You all know it. Sing it with me. I want more. Oh my gosh. And I still haven't found what I'm looking for. The rest of the night is just song lyrics. And I'm still... Actually, I am currently dating someone who also has a crap load of kids. There are 9 kids and 5 cats between us. We don't live in the same household. There's never again. I'm not ever cohabitating. It's just not going to be worth it. But anyway, so out of all those kids, one of them was 11 pounds. Yeah, I know.
Like at birth?
Yeah. He was a week late. I honestly am amazed I'm alive to tell the tale. Because not only was he gargantuan, but he was turned the wrong way. What do they call that? Breech. And so my doctor is like, farmhand. And then on a push, she's like, switch it, like, and I'm like, is anybody in here a doctor who delivers babies? Okay. And some of you, I didn't realize until after the fact just how because then my ex-husband who grew up on a farm was like, oh, that's exactly like when we used to help deliver the cows. And I was like, you better just shut your big yapper. There's a piping hot seat and HE double hockey sticks for you, sir. Anyway, but then out comes this behemoth and I'm like, because, I mean, everything is wrecked. We've already talked about all the things, but I just was like, what am I supposed to do with myself down there when I'm like, vulva, vulva. Sometimes I feel like the biggest gift of all when I do these just weird things on stage in front of people is that if nothing else, you can all leave here tonight going, really glad I'm not that girl. Really feeling grateful. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, what else? So speaking of the Jeep, okay, yeah. So once upon a time, I had this orange Jeep Wrangler. The year was 2010. I had fewer kids at the time. I'm driving the Jeep Wrangler, and so if you don't know, any other Wrangler drivers out there? Okay, yeah, okay, right, yeah, that's right. I recently discovered that you're the also Jeep Wrangler driver. So if you don't know, what happens is Jeep Wranglers look for each other on the road, and we're always driving like looking so cool because, hello, have you seen them? They're like the best looking vehicle on the road. And then you like kind of make a little eye contact and you give a little, hey. A little peace sign. You're part of something bigger than yourself. Helps you to feel connected. And when I was pregnant with my youngest, I had to get rid of the Jeep. And my ex-husband, this is probably largely why he eventually finally became ex-husband, he's like, we gotta get a bigger car. He leaves me at a used car dealership, like 45 minutes away from my house. I don't know how this even all transpired. He drops me off. I had sold the Jeep, which I had paid for in full by myself because I was making more money, or I was almost always, this is supposed to be a comedy show, but I'm going to tell you some stuff that's really frustrating. Always the primary breadwinner and still being told what to, anyway. So I was supposed to pick a car from the family vehicles, and what I had to choose from was just a selection of minivans. And no offense to any of you that I know people who love their minivans. All I'm saying is I didn't get that same kind of camaraderie on the road driving a gray Honda Odyssey. And I remember seeing it on my driveway one day, and it was calling to me like a beached whale. This is the new you. I was like, no. So I was driving in it one day, and I was like, I still see the Jeeps coming, and just like my muscle memory was like, I'd be like, oh, friends, don't leave me. So I remember I was like, maybe if I try really hard, I can like lock eyes with somebody, and I'm gonna be like, okay, they're gonna see if there's a Jeep girl inside this thing. So I'm like, here comes a Jeep. I'm holding on for it, and I'm like, hey, can you see me? Can you see me? Can you see me? Can you see me? He didn't see me. Can anyone see me? I have never in my life driven drunk, but I have driven depressed. And I feel like it's equally as dangerous. The good news is, though, after the divorce, I ended up selling all the things. I left. I was like, bye. I took the kids. I took like enough clothes for the week. I left everything. The father-in-law owned the house. I'm like, we got things to talk about. Because his daddy saved him. Anyway, I'm not here to trash the ex-husband too much more. But I was like, bye. I'm going to just start a new life over here. And I sold that van and made a series of really other dumb choices because like, I still better have a giant car because I'm sure I'll probably hurry and get remarried and there might be some spare kids. And so I was like, oh, how about a Sequoia? And they were in that problem. Then I got an Escalade. I'm driving an Escalade. I'm like, what am I turning into? And then whatever. They both had really massive problems. So I was like, screw it. I went back and got a brand new Jeep Wrangler Sahara, brighter orange than before. And now that's what I drive today. And the kids helped me pick it out. By the way, my youngest son is named Wrangler because when I had to get rid of the Jeep because I was pregnant, I was like, oh, you little son of a gun. Because you're coming doesn't mean I can't always have a Wrangler. He's now 6, almost 7 years old, and just in the past year, he finally realized what I was saying. Like, he's getting it when I'm saying, you're named after the Jeep. And he's like, what? And I was like, Jeep Wrangler. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, your name is Wrangler. And he's like, oh, like the Jeep. I'm like, oh my gosh, we got a little ways to go with this guy. He's so cute. Okay, it's good times. The holidays are coming. You know when you know the holidays are coming? Because when it's August, you see candy corn in the stores. And I'm not gonna lie, that's my favorite thing. Candy corn should be a year-round situation. I see it and I'm like loading up my cart because I need to get it. You guys, I ate so much candy corn last night that I pooped a candle. Like, wick and all. I was like, how did that even It was kind of creepy at first, but then I was like, my love language is not gifts. And I have a lot of people in my life who really love gifts. And I was like, ooh, guess who's the new Oprah of DIY candles? I was like, guess what? The holidays are right around the corner and you get a candle. You get a candle. You get a candle. Everyone gets a candle. And my little secret will be like, it's candy corn. Ew. Ew. You can get more arts and crafts tips from me on my new Instagram handle called Just the Wick. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I just test out weird things, and I was like, all I'm gonna do is try to not go like super ragey crazy. I actually was speaking at another conference yesterday. I was the closing keynote. And what's fun about doing the keynote stuff is that I get to like have a purposeful message, and then I'm also hella silly. And so I'm like getting people laughing and crying. And sometimes within like the same like 30-second window, which was really fun, but I did not mean to tangent in such a way as I did yesterday when suddenly rage overcame me as I was thinking about the pickup drop-off area at the children's schools. You feel me? I realize we live in a divided country. That is no joke. And I really lose